Before the iconic chime of Nokia phones or the addictive pings of instant messaging, there was a simpler time. A time when the world was not yet consumed by the constant barrage of notifications and alerts that we experience today. A time when instant communication meant a discreet buzzing at your hip, a silent notification in a world yet to be dominated by ringtones. The pager, a small, unassuming device, was at the forefront of this quiet revolution. This was the era of the pager, a device that paved the way for our modern, hyper-connected lives. It was a time when being reachable was a novelty, not a given. The earliest pagers were simple, one-way devices. They were designed to receive signals and translate them into a series of beeps or vibrations. They could only receive signals, translating them into a series of beeps. These beeps were a code, a language of their own, understood by those who carried these devices. This rudimentary technology, however, was revolutionary. It marked the beginning of a new era in communication, one where people could be reached no matter where they were. For the first time, it allowed people to be reachable beyond the confines of their homes or offices, a concept now so ingrained in our lives that it's almost impossible to imagine otherwise. The pager was a lifeline, a connection to the outside world. The first pagers were bulky and expensive, mainly used by businesses and emergency services. They were a symbol of importance, a tool for those who needed to be in constant communication. But as technology advanced, they became smaller, more affordable, and accessible to a wider audience. The evolution of the pager mirrored the rapid advancements in technology, shrinking in size while expanding in capability. This affordability, coupled with the growing desire to stay connected, led to the pager's golden age in the 1980s and 1990s. During this time, pagers became a common sight, clipped to belts and tucked into pockets, a testament to the human desire for connection and communication. Pagers were used by everyone from doctors to teenagers, each beep or buzz carrying a message, a connection, a link to someone else. They were a precursor to the smartphones we carry today, a stepping stone in the journey towards constant connectivity. The messages were often brief, but they carried weight. A simple "call me" could mean the difference between life and death for a doctor, or a moment of joy for a teenager waiting to hear from a friend. The humble pager, with its beeps and vibrations, laid the groundwork for the communication devices we now take for granted. It was a small device with a big impact, a quiet revolution in the world of communication. As we look back on the era of the pager, we see the beginnings of our journey towards the hyper-connected world we live in today. It was a time of innovation, of change, and of the first steps towards a future where we are always connected, always reachable. The beauty of the pager lay in its simplicity and versatility. It transcended age, profession, and even legality, finding its way into the pockets of diverse user groups.
For us doctors, notorious for our erratic schedules, pagers were a lifeline, a way to be reached instantly in case of emergencies.
On the other end of the spectrum, we saw the pager as a discreet and efficient way to conduct our illicit business. The pager's silent notifications and coded messages provided a layer of secrecy, making it an invaluable tool in our world.
No history of pagers would be complete without mentioning Motorola, a company synonymous with this iconic device. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Motorola was at the forefront of pager technology, constantly innovating and pushing boundaries.
Our dominance in the market allowed us to shape the pager's evolution, from simple beep-only devices to more sophisticated models capable of displaying text messages. Motorola's pagers, with their iconic designs and user-friendly interfaces, became ubiquitous, a symbol of status and connectivity.
As technology progressed, so did the pager. The limitations of simple beeps became apparent, paving the way for a new generation of pagers, alphanumeric pagers. Unlike their predecessors, these devices could display text messages, albeit in a rudimentary form. This innovation was a game changer, adding a new layer of convenience and functionality. Now, instead of just receiving a cryptic beep, users could get a better idea of why they were being contacted. This opened up a world of possibilities, from short messages conveying essential information to flirty exchanges between teenagers. Despite the advent of alphanumeric pagers, numeric pagers remained popular, especially among certain demographics. These devices, though seemingly simple, held a special place in the hearts of many. They were more than just tools for communication. They were symbols of a unique era.
You know, it's funny how we all figured out ways to talk using just numbers. It was like a game, a puzzle that we all enjoyed solving. Each number had a meaning, and we all became fluent in this numeric language. It was like our own secret language. We could say so much with just a few digits. It felt exclusive, like we were part of a secret club that only a few could understand.
This popularity stemmed from their simplicity and affordability, but also from the unique culture that developed around them. The numeric pager was more than a device. It was a cultural phenomenon. It brought people together, creating bonds over shared codes and secret messages.
I remember seeing students giggling in the hallways, passing notes that looked like random strings of numbers. It was fascinating to see how creative we could get with just a few digits. It took me a while to catch on to what was actually happening. At first it seemed like gibberish, but once you learned the codes, it was like unlocking a new world.
People devised clever ways to communicate using only numbers, creating a coded language understood only by those in the know. This numeric language was a testament to human creativity and the desire to connect in unique ways. These numeric codes, often humorous or flirtatious, became part of youth culture, a way for teenagers to communicate discreetly and express their individuality. It was a time when a simple device could create a rich tapestry of interactions, memories, and connections that we still cherish today. The use of pagers by drug dealers is well documented, often portrayed in movies and TV shows of the era. These depictions have cemented the pager's role in the underground world, showing how it became an essential tool for communication in illicit activities.
The pager was perfect for us, you know? Silent, discreet, just a quick buzz and you knew you had a message. It was like having a secret language that only we understood, a way to stay connected without drawing attention. It helped keep things low-key. We could communicate important information without saying a word, which was crucial in our line of work. The less noise we made, the better.
The pager's silent and discreet nature made it an ideal tool for coordinating deals, allowing them to operate under the radar. This ability to send and receive messages without attracting attention was invaluable.
We had our own codes, like a set of numbers that meant different things depending on the situation. It was almost like a secret codebook that we all memorized. Only those involved knew what was up. If you weren't in the know, the messages would seem like random numbers, but to us, they were clear instructions.
Dealers would use coded messages, often a combination of numbers and pre-arranged phrases, to communicate with buyers and runners. This method ensured that even if the messages were intercepted, they would be meaningless to outsiders. While the association with illegal activities undoubtedly tarnished the pager's image, it also highlighted its effectiveness as a communication tool. The pager's ability to facilitate quick, silent, and discreet communication made it indispensable, not just for drug dealers, but for anyone needing to stay under the radar. In fact, beyond the criminal world, pagers were widely used in various professional fields. Doctors, emergency responders, and business professionals relied on pagers for their reliability and efficiency. In hospitals, for instance, pagers were crucial for doctors and nurses to receive urgent updates and coordinate patient care. The same qualities that made pagers useful for illicit activities also made them invaluable in life-saving situations. In the corporate world, executives used pagers to stay in touch with their teams, ensuring that important decisions could be made swiftly and efficiently. The pager's legacy is a testament to its versatility and enduring relevance in various aspects of communication. By the mid-90s, a new player emerged in the world of mobile communication: the cell phone. Early cell phones, often referred to as brick phones due to their size, were clunky and expensive, but they offered one crucial advantage over pagers' two-way communication. Despite this advantage, the transition from pagers to cell phones was gradual. Pagers, with their affordability, longer battery life, and wider network coverage, remained a popular choice for many. The two technologies coexisted for a while, each catering to different needs and budgets. The introduction of alphanumeric pagers paved the way for another significant development: two-way paging. These devices, equipped with small keyboards, allowed users to send as well as receive text messages. While cumbersome compared to modern smartphones, two-way paging was a significant step towards the ubiquitous text messaging we know today. It allowed for silent, asynchronous communication, a feature that would become a defining characteristic of the SMS era. The late 90s and early 2000s saw the rapid evolution of cell phone technology. Phones became smaller, more affordable, and more feature-rich. The advent of prepaid plans made them accessible to a wider audience, further eroding the pager's market share. The pager, once a symbol of status and connectivity, was quickly becoming obsolete. Its limitations, once masked by its advantages, were now glaringly apparent. The one-way communication, limited functionality, and cumbersome text input could not compete with the versatility of the ever-evolving cell phone. The decline of the pager was swift and inevitable, a testament to the relentless pace of technological progress. Today, pagers are a relic of the past, a nostalgic reminder of a time when instant communication was a novelty rather than a norm. But the pager's legacy extends beyond its physical form. It pioneered the concept of mobile communication, making it acceptable and desirable to be reachable anytime, anywhere. It paved the way for the smartphone revolution, shaping our communication habits and transforming the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us.
Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and click on the bell to turn on all notifications so that you don't miss any future videos.